Hi there, Dominic Payadas here with Martial Arts Unleashed, and I'm here with Muay Thai striker Smokin Jo Nattawut, the WMC Super Lightweight champ, former Lion Fight Middleweight champ, former Lion Fight Super Welterweight champ, and current number 3 ranked one championship Muay Thai fighter. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. So it's been a little bit since we've seen you last. You last fought in November in a great win over Yurik Davitan. Uh, could you just give us a few thoughts now that we're pretty far removed from that fight?
I don't. It just happened in the fight. I don't think that much. Anyway, it's just we both try to win, and then I got it first. I think.
And how did it feel since that was your first fight after taking almost 2 years off from your last professional fight in one championship, being able to get that knockout win in your first fight back?
I feel really normal, honestly. It doesn't feel like anything different, even though it's 2 years.
Would you say with these fights and with your background in Muay Thai that when you score these kind of knockout bouts, this is the standard of excellence that you shoot for in every fight?
Yeah, it's the same thing. When we fight, we always go for the knockout. Is it's gonna happen or not? Then we will see. I think this is what it is. I guess.
Totally. And I noticed that you've focused recently on more kickboxing rather than Muay Thai. Is there a reason for that, or is that mostly just the fights that have been presented to you from Chatri?
Yeah, they just offer me the kickboxing. Of course, I would like to go to Muay Thai. Because like kickboxing to me is like the rule that sometimes doesn't make sense, and then the rules always change. Especially when it's like Pet Morocco fight Petrosian back then. We all have meeting rooms. We all have like, okay, you can clean 3 seconds. You can throw million knees in 3 seconds if you can. You can catch 1 second, catch the kick, or something like that. But then Pet Morocco won that fight. But then somehow somebody being a big crybaby and then complain like, why don't you lose? Just lose like a man, and then make his fight again. That's dumb to me. Like, if you make the rule, don't be a big crybaby. Lose like a man. You are a great champion, but you're not a great man. No, you will always confuse. Like, just make the rule clear, and then we follow that rules. And now is the rule that already made. We all have understand the rule in the meeting room. But then after the fight, sometimes they change the rule. Like, how the hell you change the rule if you already make the rules? That's why Muay Thai like more clear. You can clean. You can what the hell you want to do.
And do you feel that there's a big difference in preparation when you fight Muay Thai with the smaller gloves compared to kickboxing with the bigger, heavier gloves?
Yeah, it's different. It's a lot different. Of course, you can throw elbow, you can clinch, and there's so many things you can do. You can catch the kick longer.
I know that you fight with your trademark intensity that you've carried over from your lion fight days, that never back down, always pressing forward kind of style. Do you feel that strategy changes when the rule set changes from Muay Thai to kickboxing?
I try to do the same, to do my own way when I fight. It doesn't have to be like always go forward. Sometimes I go backward too, but I like to stay like in the close ring. I don't stay far, like stay really close and then keep active. Sometimes either go forward or backward.
Where did you really develop that style? Kind of what influenced you to fight in that way?
I think like it's I like, again, I do whatever I feel comfortable with. If I feel comfortable that way, then I'll try to do it that way. It's just make me comfortable more.
Gotcha. And I know you're currently preparing for a fight upcoming with Douglas Rinkus. How's the training camp going so far?
It's going well. All my training camp is the same. Train well and then fight well, and that's it.
So I kind of wanted to go back and focus less on the one championship and go back to your early career and your introduction to Muay Thai, your introduction to martial arts. So why don't you tell us first about that first experience starting to kick the bag and starting to learn Muay Thai at such a young age in Thailand?
I didn't do it for fight. I do it for fun back then. Just we train soccer in school, and there's a teacher kick the bag and train Muay Thai for workout, and we asked him to join. Just do it for fun.
And what really drew you into wanting to pursue Muay Thai as a career?
I have no idea when that happened, but I kind of like keep working out and then I fight sometimes. I don't do like seriously until not like really serious until I start with lion fight. That's when I start training. Like all the time is just having fun. It's just work out and I fight sometimes for fun. Not really like big stadium or like big stage or thing like that. No, just do it on the side for fun.
And I know during your time in Thailand, you spent some time over in Koh Phangan Island. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yeah, go Phangan Island.
Uh, I know it's a big tourist destination. So do you have any fun stories from your time working over there?
Yeah, drink a lot, party a lot, dancing all night, and then go fight sometimes. It's just living life, learn English. They're just like a big full moon party. So I sell whiskey over there. So my main job is selling whiskey to the tourists. And then I also train Muay Thai and then I fight in Got Phangan on Got Samui, but not serious, right? Like for fun.
Anything fun from those full moon parties?
Yeah, just I start drinking from like 6 p.m. and go to the beach and dancing and drinking all the way until like 9 a.m. next day, nonstop.
Wow. That
Yeah.
sounds like a great time.
Yes, it's really insane.
And then, like you hinted at before, what made you want to move to the United States and come pursue Muay Thai here in the States compared to in Thailand?
I did not move here for Muay Thai.
Hmm.
I did not move for fighting. I did not move for any martial art or thing like that. I moved because I wanted to see the new stuff. And then of course I keep training because this is the thing that I know, and I like to do of course, even I'm not fighting, I still train. It's not about I want to get better, I want to do good. I just want to do for fun and then it's healthy. I just do it because it's healthy for my health and it's whole body workout. So I moved to Colorado, forget everything about Muay Thai. I just work and do snowboarding and enjoy life. And then I moved to Atlanta and then I take a 10-day notice, lion fight or something. And I just won. And after that, I take 24-hour notice and I just won again. I just like, well, this is the way maybe I can make money making. I can make something too. Yeah. So I just do it. It's nothing driving me. I just like, well, I'm just gonna do it.
So you're really fueled by things that like make you want to have fun, kind of like you're taking up snowboarding while in Colorado.
Yeah. If I want to do it, I do it. I don't want to do it, I don't do it. Just like same thing when people ask me, like, why you take 2 years off? I just say, I just feel like it. That's it. It doesn't have to ask why. I just feel like it.
Got you. So knowing that you've lived in both Colorado and Atlanta, which one, and Thailand, of course, which of those areas have you noticed kind of really spoke to you or made you really want to have fun or really enjoy life?
Everywhere. I have really good friends in Atlanta that I can work out with, go out with, and then same thing in Colorado, same thing in Thailand. Everywhere is good. It's always good.
As you just hinted at with going into your lion fight career, what was it like taking a fight with 24 hours notice and then going out and winning that fight?
I never think about anything. I just like, well, I think I can do it, just go and let's see what happens. Same thing. If I win, it's good. If I lose, it's also good. So I didn't think that much. If I think a lot, I would not take that fight. So I don't think. That's why I take that fight.
You've talked a little bit about this idea of just not even thinking, but just doing and just being very doing based. What influenced you to think that way, to approach fighting or approach just life in that way?
I think it's come with personal, Sometimes I make big decision. It take me only 2 seconds to make it. Like I want to move somewhere, like move from Thailand to Colorado. I don't know any English. I don't have any money, but it take me like hours to think about it. It's a big life change. I'm not gonna die. I'm going. That's it. Let's see what happens.
Almost like not having fear of what might happen, but just doing it because the experience might be there.
Yeah. If I think so much, I would never be here to United States.
It sounds like you take that same approach when it goes into the ring, not really having fear, just going and doing what you do best.
Yeah.
So for your fighting style and for training, do you get influences from your coaches, from your teammates? Where do you draw inspiration for going up and showing up every day to train?
I think I have really good friends that and it's also like kind of responsibility too. You're not 2 years old. you know what you need to do, then just do it. And then one good thing was I have like good friend that always help. I don't have coach, like I never have coach. Like now I train on my own and I still train better than I trained before I trained Bangkok boxing, but I always be with friend because I have tournament when I was there. But the really coach, I trained with him maybe like 1 year, 300 days, over 300 days. I train with him maybe like 10 days a year that I have coach, but I'm always with friend. Like, okay, we work out together, let's train together. And that's it. I kind of like teach myself, and also my friend kind of tell me something like, Joe, do this more, try more kick, more hand, more jab, something like that. So I'm always with good friend, not coach. I still don't have coach. I have friend still now, and I'm not planning to.
How do you think that style of preparation of being very focused on yourself and not really relying on a coach, how does that give you an advantage when going into a fight?
It's again me, I do Muay Thai, I do training only like 10% of my life, and I enjoy so many things, or not just training. So that is like I do what it make me feel good. If I feel good, I do it. And if having a coach like telling me every day, teaching me every day, I might not like it, and I don't do it because I don't like it. This is the way that I like it. I'm going there, I tag my friend. I have like 4 or 5 friends. Like, hey, bro, I'll see you tonight. Hey, bro, coming tonight. Oh, I'm not coming tonight. That's it. Easy.
So how important then is it to build that base of friends and training partners that you can rely on to go, like you said, text and say, hey, are you going to be here for training? Or, hey, can you help me out with some stuff?
You respect each other. And then also, they help you. Everybody help me. So when I fight, I don't let them down. Even I lose, everybody know that I did 100%. If I don't do well, I fight like a junk or cloth, I might lose some respect too. But that's not me. Every fight is always 100%. Win or lose, everybody respect, and we all have fun after fight.
So now that you're pretty deep into your Muay Thai career, are there any lessons that you've taken from learning this sport and learning this art all around the world?
Any lesson? No, honestly, I'm still here. Same thing. Continue doing what I'm doing.
And I know that with Muay Thai, it's almost a two ways to prepare, both mentally, being focused and being ready to fight, and then physically. So for you, how do you mentally prepare for a bout, or mentally keep yourself focused during training?
Mentally, I never prepare my mentally. I'm always like this. In the ring, when I hang out with friends, I feel the same way. When I go party, I feel the same way. When I eat, I feel the same way. I don't feel like excited or anything like that. People are like, "Oh, you're gonna fight tomorrow. You're gonna fight soon. How you feel?" Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So this very even keel, relaxed personality of yours, is that more of just a personality that you've grown up with, or was it something that you had to kind of teach yourself and train yourself to be like?
I think I grew up this way. That's why it take me 2 seconds to make decision to move from Thailand to the US with no English at all. No English, no money. This is what it is. Just go with it.
In your history with one championship, you've gotten the opportunity to fight fighters from all over the world. Have you noticed any stylistic differences between different fighters from different countries?
They're always different in everywhere. Like everybody is different. We all know that it's everywhere. It's not just one championship. Like Lion fight, it can be in China or anything. Even just you fight in China, just fight Chinese guy. Everybody is different still. They always be different. It's never the same.
Do you find that there's fighters from one country, like Thai fighters or American fighters or Italian fighters, that you notice just a little bit more challenge in facing just because of their style of fighting?
No, I think this is individual. There are good fighters everywhere. There are also bad fighters everywhere. It depends who you're fighting. If you fight the top guy, that's always let's say you fight the guy from Thailand. If you fight the top guy, of course, that's a good challenge. That's something you can talk about it. But if you fight a junk fighter, then even from Thailand, if you fight junk fighter, you still cannot talk about it. It doesn't mean anything. It's individual.
And in your time being able to fight and really make a name for yourself in the North American scene, how was it to then be able to go back and fight in Thailand with one championship?
Well, I fought, because like in Thailand, I fight. It's just for fun, like for money, for fun, party, no training camp, no sparring, no pad work. It's just kind of work out and go fight. So it's not big. Nobody know who I am. But here kind of get more attention. And I've been a fight for one championship. Like, of course, in Thailand, everybody is watching. It's kind of people like wonder like, who is this guy? So they start looking about me more. Oh, he live in the US. He do this. He do that. Something like that. It's just people look at me different way. They kind of like, how the hell he get there? Something like that. I just did it. No explanation.
And for a lot of our viewers, especially here in the United States, the idea of taking a fight for fun, not even for doing it for the money or doing it for the professional record, is kind of a foreign concept. So could you kind of describe that mentality of taking a fight for fun, just saying, hey, I just want to go fight and show off these skills, but not for a career or for a record?
Well, I think that's individual. You see somebody like lose and they cry, and I don't get it. And you see somebody like lose, like me, still go party, still enjoy and laugh all day. I think that's individual. You cannot. I don't think you can think about mentality or like it's. I think it's personal. Like me, I go. I don't. I'm not gonna be here and watching like, oh, I have like 7 win, I have 7 loss, I have 10 loss, I have 10 win. No, fuck that. I'm going there, do it today.
And in your time in the US, have you been able to start working with more? What's it like working with people from the United States who want to get into Muay Thai, but are just not very familiar with the sport?
I think like mostly here I see because I train with all my friends that train in the class. They are not fighting. Okay, my training partner, they are not fighting. They just help me out. They just
Mhm.
sometimes I see people like they come to the class and they try, and I'm like, oh, after 2 months, oh, you get better. Hey, you want to help me train? You want to just be my team or something like that. I think to answer your question, I have no idea how. I just think like if you wanna do something, you just do it. I don't really know how to answer that question honestly.
That's a fair answer. Then I guess taking a different approach, how do you see Muay Thai's future here in the United States? Do you see it growing more? Do you see a promotion like Lion Fight becoming, or one championship becoming, a stronger presence here in the United States?
For me, I see is to be honest, I see it as it is. It's gonna be like this. It could be bigger, but it's gonna be too slow, right? We need somebody like if you want Muay Thai to be as big, because okay, we talk about Muay Thai first. Everybody watching Muay Thai, they love it, right? Everyone. People that watch boxing, some people love it, some people complaining like this so boring. Some people watch MMA, same thing, that's so boring. But most people watch Muay Thai. Oh, I love it, I love it. But to bring Muay Thai as good as like boxing or like UFC, you need somebody like Dana White, right? You know story about Dana White. I read some about him. Like he always there, and then he
Mhm.
always have like good millionaire, like billionaire in the background who like, okay, we lose, we make this fight, we lose, but we're gonna make it again. We lose, we can make it again, make it big, make it MGM grand, make it something like. If you want to see Muay Thai as big as UFC, you need somebody like that. You need some money like that to like, okay, we're gonna make for in MGM grand, right? Pay-per-view or wow. But then to make that, we need a lot of money, and we know that we have to lose a lot of money before we get into people's eyes, international, right? But I don't think we will have somebody like that yet.
And do you feel that if that stage was set where it could be put in front of so many people, do you feel that more people would want to try out Muay Thai and more people would attend those classes, like you were saying?
Yeah, for sure. Because even now they're not that big, but Muay Thai class is the biggest class in the martial art field. It's one of the biggest class. Like you see, like every martial art class, but Muay Thai class is always packed everywhere. You do MMA, you still have to train Muay Thai, you still have to train boxing and things like that, right? And most people they don't fight, they still train Muay Thai just to be healthy.
So what would you tell somebody like our viewers who might be looking to go join a class or go find out more about Muay Thai? What would you tell them to kind of encourage them to actually take that step and go out and learn how to fight?
Well, if I tell them, I will like, first, it's healthy, do for your health, healthy lifestyle, and also it's healthy and not also self-defense, right? It's whole body workout, just from your whole body, and just go and enjoy it, try yourself first, because everybody like different things. You can go jiu-jitsu class if you like it. You don't like it, go try different things. I would say same thing to Muay Thai. Go try that class first, and then if you like it, you keep going, and then you will know more.
Perfect. Well, that's all the questions I had for you today. So if you want to just let the viewers know anything, if you want to promote anything, go ahead, take that time right now.
I think I'm okay. I don't have anything that much.
Any final thoughts then?
No final thought. What it is, me is me. Don't think about it.
But you know what? I have to say I do love your style of thinking. I think I might have to adopt a little bit that for myself.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for taking your time out, and I'm looking so forward to seeing you in the One Ring again.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for watching. We spend a lot of time putting these videos together, so if you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and give this video a like, and to share to anybody you think might like it. And if you have any thoughts or suggestions on the video, go ahead and leave a comment. We make sure to read them all. Thanks, and see you next time.